Good afternoon, YouTube. Oops. I was just watching Tales of the Crypt. Now, I know this laptop's not actually adequate, but that's all I can afford. Now, this daycare owner, January Neathurlin, 32, was sentenced Friday, had been running an illegal child care operation called Little Giggles for 4 years and lied to parents saying that she was a registered nurse. Oh, 1 second. Of course, the parents could have found this out beforehand. Like, they were gullible enough to trust her. I'd rather have a big mama than this woman watching my kids. Of course, you have to be careful with daycare centers. They can be dangerous. Of course, this woman was drugging the kids so she can go tanning into the gym. Wow, her priorities are extremely messed up. The daycare, which was run out of her home, came under police surveillance after a tip from the daycare owner's former roommate and boyfriend. Police said they saw the 32-year-old leave her house twice while she was supposed to be watching 7 children. Police said she drove her kids to school on the first trip and on the second went to a local tanning salon. Wow. Thank God she ain't black. I mean, really? You left 7 children that's supposed to be in your care to go tanning into the gym. Of course, reportedly told the parents they could not pick their children up between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And the police found those were the times she had checked in the local CrossFit gym and tanning salon. She referred to those hours as nap time. Of course, this woman was abusing the children. One of the kids had to go to the hospital with multiple head injuries, and she admitted to overheating a bottle of milk, giving a young child burns. And she's accused of asking other inmates to claim they had worked for her at the daycare. So she pleaded guilty to 11 counts of first degree criminal mistreatment and one count of third degree assault. Wow. This woman is a monster. She looked like she lived in the trailer park. And y'all trusted your children with this woman. I feel like the parents could have found this out for themselves. Like, they could have found out that one, she's not a registered nurse. What registered nurse have a arm sleeve full of tattoos? I'm sorry. I'm tired. Let's see the comments. The boy who killed four people got away with probation because he had a better lawyer. What happened to parents caring enough to check the background of who and where they leave their kids with? Not saying she doesn't deserve 21 years, but when some people can literally murder other people and get 10 years is just crazy. She is only 32, she looks rough. Maybe I'm overly cautious, but if daycare told me I couldn't pick my kid up, I would show up at the time to see what the hell was going on. This is a good warning about daycare. Don't leave your children with just anyone. Drop in at odd hours. If you can't do that, the daycare provider is now no good. This is what happens you can't afford a good lawyer. You can't leave your kids with anyone anymore, but leaving your kids in a daycare run out of someone's basement who looks like that is just stupid. I ain't gonna lie, she looks like she does meth. I'm not being racist. I'm not stereotyping. She literally looks like she does meth. And parents, you have to be careful who you leave your children with. It's bad enough you leave your kids with strangers. But an illegal daycare center run by somebody who looks like who done meth. Three things you don't mess with in California, Oregon, Washington. One, kids. Two, elderly. Three, wildlife. 32, I would have guessed 46. Life hasn't been kind to her. So she said there's 4 hours where the parents can't come to the daycare, and none of them thought that was weird. Hello? Big red flag. I would never leave my kids to someone that told me not to come between certain hours. As a parent, you should be able to come anytime without a problem. You're the parents and paying money. This is what happens when you let strippers watch the kids. Any parent that would check out the artwork over her body should have known better. Come on, people. Who would leave their children to a person looking like this? If I were one of those kids, when I grow up, I would sue my parents for leaving me with some of that look that rough common sense. One look at that tatted up broad, and I would never left my kids in her care. Look at her. I wouldn't let her watch my goldfish. Yeah, everybody's going in on the parents. Yeah, it's true. It's common sense. So either the parents are really, really, really cheap, or don't really love their kids that much, do not do a background check. Jesus Christ. My parents were more observant. Best family decision we ever made was to have my wife leave her job to raise our children. The pay cut hurt temporarily, but you get used to a simpler way of living, and our kids always seem much happier than daycare raised peers. Our children are more important to us than keeping up with the Joneses. Of course, you should always do your homework when leaving your kids with strangers. Mm-mm. And people say don't judge a book by its cover. Ha! I wouldn't leave my child with this woman for a minute. Said that mothers no longer care. Said that mothers no longer can raise their own children. Um, the biggest point of the story is 7 kids in the town have idiots for parents. Because no one cares about the skyrocketing, outrageous cost of daycare. That is the reason why people like this tatted up phony were able to undercut the more legit businesses. Daycare is so expensive, many women can't afford it because it costs more than they will have make at a job. Look at the bright side, lady. They will likely have gym equipment in prison and you can use it for free. Very stupid, irresponsible, neglectful, and perhaps even a tad sociopathic. But as now that children were harmed, apparently, 21 years seems a little harsh. Wow. Someone says never leave your children in the care of a tattooed lady. So, like my father said, you might also file for bankruptcy because you're ruined. Oh, people. There's irresponsible parents or very dumb parents. You leave your children with a stranger. Don't be surprised if something bad happens. You left your kids with a person who looks like she hasn't bathed in a week, who does looks like she does meth, and is tatted up. And there's nothing wrong with little tattoos, but not when the whole arm is covered up. And depending on what kind of tattoos you have, it's in a professional setting. You're supposed to have it covered up. Would you leave your child in this woman's care in the first place? Look at all those tattoos in her mugshot. She looks like an inmate. This is crazy. Good thing none of the kids got seriously hurt or killed while in her care. Rapists get less prison time, America. Daycare is so expensive. This is what happens when people are forced to use less than reputable establishments or leave the kids at home alone. I think 21 years is good. She was torturing those kids and putting them to sleep and taking off. She most likely hid the bottle until it was boiling and then beat the kids. Wow. I couldn't entrust my children to a person walking around displaying so many tattoos like this woman. Perhaps I'm simply old school. Of course, when a person with that many tattoos on their arms is either artistic or expressive or a sociopath who makes extremely poor decisions. Wow. No, the parents weren't stupid. They were just dumb as all get out. Gonna trust a meth head looking lady with your children. Jesus Christ. Oh, I've been on 20, 15 minutes.